The following program is a work of fiction intended to educate and astonish the YouTube community. It has been carefully edited to conform to all YouTube guidelines, and any resemblance to any real contests, prizes, phone contacts, websites, or historical figures is purely coincidental.
Anthony, the the three the three lighted orbs, those behind you.
Yeah.
Well, the three lights, are you sure they're pointing correctly? Is that what the setup entails?
Jack, it's been so long, I don't remember what the setup entails, quite frankly. That's the way I've always had.
Well, number three, we were told should only be put on during an alert. And I noticed you have them all on.
The alert signs never got off in my place. I mean, I just get used to it.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe,
Yours isn't on?
No, not at all, no. It's not
Maybe
on.
you have a short or something.
Well, I went through the protocol. I can try again. I'll have to try again later. But I just noticed something. The clock. Your clock. Is that the correct time?
I don't know, I never look at it.
Oh, hi. Ulrika, it's TR calling. Yeah, from the future as usual. Yeah, right. What we call the future. I was trying to get a hold of Frank. Is he there? He's lying down. What happened? Oh, he had a circulation collapse? We can't let that happen. I mean, without him, there's no me. So, what happened? Toby. Toby went. Oh, say. So Toby came over with a homeopathic remedy. What was it? Do you know? Arsenic C30. Oh, okay. And he's okay now. He's just the symptoms went away. Okay, just like they said. All right. Wow. I mean, Frank is like some Odysseus. He runs into trouble everywhere. But yeah. We all want him to survive. We really, yeah, we want him to survive. And right. Okay.
It looks like an alien landscape.
So he's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, give him my regards and we'll talk soon. Okay. Choose. Welcome aboard. I'm Lawrence Johns, and this is the Lawrence Johns Show. We're building the city of the future here. We're building future culture, and we're doing it with some remarkable personalities. Now, in order to build the city of the future, in order to create this future culture, we have also needed to create a new operating system of how to live. And right now, I'm going to check in with our navigator, Steve Hands, and see what's going on, see what's new in Athenopolis. Hi, navigator.
Hey, Larry, how are you? Nice to see you.
What's new?
Well, actually, hang on just a second here. I've got the three wheels theory here in front of me.
Okay,
Your theory, actually.
there we go.
And I'm trying to figure out, now we've got the will of the 3 and the will of 2, and they're interacting
Right.
right now, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do with this will to 1 to make it come out. No, I'll get back to it.
It is crucial. I mean, the dark days that we're experiencing in the world today is because the will to semi-conscious, the apparatus, is appropriating the will to unconsciousness. They're using the mythology of the past to support the will to power in the present. So part of our task of the city and the operating system is really to be able to use our mythology in a positive way.
Faster than light, I would presume. It seemed like they were pretty expansive. The closer you got to them, the brighter they became. Until there was such distance between the individual units of light within them that it became dark again, because they're so far apart. Which is why it's better to go faster than light, so I concluded.
Faster than light, that's included. Anybody else?
You got smoke and mirror in your technology, Frank. After 5 minutes of nothing but silence and darkness, all of a sudden I saw algae purple worms come rushing and meet me in face. Algae purple worm, then go black again. I think I'm in spaceship to big. Then all of a sudden the worms turn white, then they turn yellow, and when it's black again, I wait for a purple worm to come back. No purple worm. What you do with them?
They transferred over to my vision. They emerged from the sea. I mean, actually, that was like eel-like things.
A great deal of peace, but not any orbs of light or anything like that. But a lot of good, like you were saying, kind of meditative quality to it. Yeah.
Purple orbs, actually.
Yeah,
It's like,
purple orbs?
yeah, that was what.
Expand and contract.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes they turn yellow.
yeah, bright and then darker.
Interesting.
I bring Judas painting straight head.
No.
Judas painting purple?
Maybe that was it.
Oh, good, that was it.
Frank, you bring technology to monastery,
Yeah.
and we share it among them.
Great, cool. Purple orbs, okay.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
I hope
Thank
you
you,
return
thank you for
to
coming.
the history of China.
The Rockberry Night, thank you.
Oh, I know you. You're alien from Carl now, right?
Yes.
Nice to see you.
It's good to see you again as well.
My trip to Byd, spaceship ran out of gas.
The spaceship ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's unfortunate.
I have purple worm, but they don't stay long enough.
I believe that the purple worms transferred over into my vision.
You got the vision.
I began flying through strange orbs of white, blinding light that became nothing but the empty space between their individual neutrons that made them. And then I was in a room, a glass room suspended somewhere outside of the galaxy. I must have lost the way to Byd. And I came face to face with the killer. And I asked the killer, "What is it you want?" And he said, "To kill and to fuck." I asked him why they don't call him the fucker. And he said that he kills them if they do.
I heard of something like that, or Iowa Prime.
I don't know, I never looked at the clock. I think it's just arbitrary time. It's kind of a random generator that just does what it wants. I could be mistaken, I don't pay attention to the clock. How can anybody pay attention to the clock? I mean, there's nothing to do.
Well, Liam said, that we should still send them. I understand. And we were told to.
No, I understand. You're right. I remember Liam saying that, and he's right. I mean, he's absolutely right. We gotta pretend like there's something to do. That we have to do it on by a certain time, and then do things every day. But, hey, I forgot to do that a long time ago, and nothing's changed.
And no one has said anything. That's interesting.
Has anybody said anything to you?
Well, now that you mention it,
You've been doing it all just unnecessarily.
I guess I have. I didn't realize that. I kind of feel like a fool now, but,
Well, no, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, no. I think you're right. I think it's better to. I got distracted a few months ago, and I've been working on my project, and so I just gotta let things go a little bit.
It's a great day, an absolute great day. At last, my brother Stone's Rudiment out of prison. He's out of prison. I can't wait to see him. I know he's around somewhere. I have no idea. But when we get back together, Stones, the inspiration for my percussion career in the wet spots, will be realized in a post-career, a career after the wet spots. Can you imagine it? After the way things went down so horribly, apparently I can assist him in his new career. I don't know what the new career is. I think it's Shakespeare in the Park, perhaps. It could be. I just have to find where Stones is. And when I find Stones, the family will be reunited again. I just need to find where he could possibly... Stones! Sticks! I heard of something like that, or Iowa Prime.
Iowa Prime.
Iowa Prime, I heard something like that, but I don't know for sure. Frank over there, he run in this Comlink experience taking travelers to Byd.
Yes.
I like to tweak technology and bring it back to Tibet with me.
You spoke of eels, though. These
Worms. Owsley's purple worms. Like screaming from triple eye, that's what I see, like a wave, and then another wave, then another wave coming right at me, and then nothing.
These worms, I believe they manifested as eels in my vision as I ended on a beach in which I watched pieces of technology in front of me decay and rebuild themselves within the sand. The skyscrapers just off the beach managed to collapse and reform almost seemingly on my own command. And the eels, they shot a prong into my forehead. Painful. But it wasn't painful. It was just some kind of electrical charge, and I felt the most immense sense of emotion come over me.
I've been working on my project, and so I just kind of let things go a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out how we can grow twice as much food, because we're going to need food. We don't need time, but we need food. So I've been doing these vertical, I've got my little bean sprouts. You can see the bean sprouts up there on the ceiling? See that?
I can see like the first row, but how long have they been growing?
I don't know. I don't watch the clock.
Yeah, that's true. But you still are writing in the protocols, though, right?
The what?
The protocols. I mean, you still keep the diary, right?
No.
Well, with the vegetables.
I watch them. I mean, I don't. You mean like take notes and like that?
Well, I was told we had to. I mean, if we're going to grow, like I have been growing the herbs, basically. I mean,
Jack, I know this may sound a little strange, but take it for what it is that I was not taking notes on their request.
I see. Well, Anthony.
No, I mean on the request of the beans. They didn't want me to take notes. So.
Has anybody else, Anthony, suggested that you grow something else?
A long time ago somebody mentioned marijuana.
Stones! Sticks! Wait, something looks different. What in the blade? Stones. Stones, the transformation.
Sticks.
Stones.
Sticks, I missed you so much, buddy. Sticks, where are you?
Oh, where'd he go?
Sticks. I love you, Sticks.
I
love you,
Stones.
Sticks.
Stones.
You're the best,
Stones.
Sticks.
He's going again.
Aye.
He's going.
Aye. Who are you?
I'm your brother, Sticks. You don't recognize me?
Sticks.
Sticks Rudiment.
Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones like old times.
Well, am I stones?
Just stones.
And you're
Sticks.
Sticks.
Sticks. Right. Sticks.
Worms, whatever they were.
Be careful watch up on beach. If you step over, but you actually stepped in. You think you stepped over it, but you actually stepped right in.
And is this what I found on Byd?
You sting. You got sting in foot. You think you didn't get sting, but you got stung. You got stung by jellyfish or giant squid or something. You walk on beach, but turn out.
What does that mean?
You knock unconscious. you're not pure conscious, you got perverse consciousness. But you'll get better. You come back, you'll get pure consciousness.
Come down.
Come down.
I suppose the killer may have followed me back.
Well, you gotta be careful of that. They'll mess your mind up. See, a killer in your mind, he's not in front of you. I'm not no killer. You no killer.
I know that. You are a man of peace. That I can
Return to our prime and bring good wishes. I will pray for you, my son. I will pray for you. Good luck.
I don't know, I just took meetings. I don't know what anybody else thinks. I did find that the Beans respond to Mozart, though. They seem to really like Mozart. And Beethoven. They don't like Stravinsky very much. Copeland they detest. Bach, they, a little bit here, but they will dance to Mozart. It's funny.
That's interesting. I mean, I basically have the Chopin here, the preludes, and that's all they gave me, which is fine, and I love it.
How can you grow anything without, a good record collection?
Well, the Chopin is the one composer that the parsley responds to the most, and some of the other herbs, the cilantro, same thing, and the dill. A lot of these prefer us.
I remember that.
They prefer the softer touch of Chopin, so that's all they gave me. But I'm happy with them. I mean, I haven't heard otherwise that things are, I'm doing it the wrong way.
Did you hear that story? I don't know if it was in the Red Pod, the Blue Pod, but that they were actually growing cucumbers with Wagner?
Oh, wow.
Did you hear that one?
Cucumbers?
Yeah.
Wow. You mean the burpless cucumbers or the big, large purple ones?
No, well, actually, I don't know. In my mind, I think they're just the big green ones. I don't know.
Sticks! 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 Right! Sticks!
Oh, well, what do you know?
Carlos the Jackal.
What brings you to Artfair Portland?
I think that our prison in France missed an inmate.
I can't believe this rat. He gets his own show, he brings in the people. We were aware he was ready to launch it, but frankly, are you interested in art collection?
Of course, always interested in art collection, Carlos. But I must warn you, at the Portland airport, you got Mossad and the French capitulate PEX.
We don't use airport.
I know you come from future to come to Artfair.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need conventional aircraft.
But you must be aware that there is SWAT team downtown Portland, Pioneer Square, and they got the Normal Art Center on the radar. Just telling you to make your getaway, be careful.
The SWAT team cannot control Antifa. How can they control Carlos the Jackal?
You'll be surprised. When you try to get back in spaceship to go back to future, you better not cut too close. Because you might be back in future in handcuffs, not know how to get out of handcuff anymore.
Yes, Carlos, they call me the Jackal. I come and I go.
So part of our task of the city and the operating system is really to be able to use our mythology in a positive way. How's the operating system working with the folks?
Actually, it's really been going well. You know, we have these meetings, these monthly meetings, and people are coming back and saying that it's freeing them up. They're quite a bit happier, and they seem to have gained control over their lives again.
Just the awareness of seeing how these wills work in their life.
I think that's it. You just become aware of what's going on around you. And you can't help. If you're aware, you can't help, but it makes an impact on how you live, how you see things. And I see that in these meetings.
Do any of them feel like when they leave the old systems and the old Abrahamic or economic systems that they've had in the past, are they embracing the new operating system, or can they combine it?
You know what? They embrace it totally, it seems. It seems once they see it, they get out of it immediately. And they don't ever really look back.
Well, one thing I was thinking of when we introduced this system is that it's something that really has no leader, certainly no priest. It's just done on a very de facto grassroots level where people could introduce the operating system in their family or with their friends. Do you see that also?
You know what, as a matter of fact, just a couple months ago, there was a gal talking about the fact that she had used the operating system on Sunday evenings with her family over the dinner table, and they were using the system to kind of look back, at the week, what things had occurred to them, what they could have done better, what they did well, kind of like armchair quarterbacking in a sense,
Right.
And then the thing I liked about it was they were using it to kind of, for the next week, as a future predictor of how they might be able to work their way through the tough spots and, pitfalls to look for.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, the idea is for sailors to become navigators, to navigate their own life. We have our device here, of course.
John's positioning finder. Yeah, that is a funny thing. They do really think of themselves as sailors because a lot of them come, and they feel like, in a sense, they're a sailor in a sailboat with no rudder.
Before.
Right. They're just kind of at the whim of what's going on around them, and they don't really have a way to tack to their position. And this operating system gives them a chance to go where they want to go.
Well, that's So we have. We have the famous comm links are set up. Now the comm links work on voletic energy. You won't have to do any work at all. to go to the planet Byd. And now that we're all kind of a small and very friendly group, this is a picture of Byd. It looks very much like Earth, although there's more water. And you see that there's an isthmus, and I won't tell you any more about it because we've been there several times. And so we'll try to use this as a kind of an explorer group. In other words, this is what the planet looks like. We're going to go, basically we're going to go into a deep meditation. We're not going to talk. We're going to have our eyes closed. I'm going to ring the bell. And after about 20 or 30 minutes, I'll ring the bell again, and that will be your signal to come back. And you'll come back pretty instantly. You know, there's no, if you do any kind of meditation, just kind of close your eyes and relax. The calm links will do all the work. You won't feel at time. You can also detect what's going on in the room while you're traveling. And again, there's not really a sensation of movement. There's not a sensation of passing of time. But just kind of be aware that you might be here. You may end up somewhere else. You know, we'll see. So, and then afterwards, of course, it's going to take, after you come out of the meditation, it'll take a little bit to recover. And then if you see something interesting, let us know. There's no planet there anymore, guys. You might turn off your cell phones. I will do the same, just so we're not interrupted. I don't think he's faking this one.
No, this is pretty.
Yeah,
This was pretty good. This was pretty dialed in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we only got one more on the list, and please tell me you can give us number one. What is number one on the list, Arthur?
Number one on the list is twice cooked pork. Walk off. It's a walk off. I'm walking back.
Unbelievable! He finally does. I mean, he nailed it. He nailed it.
Well, he was just a preamble for this last shot. I mean,
Twice cooked pork.
I mean, that tells it all. That's it. That's it. He's got it.
Come on back in, Arthur. Come on back in.
All right.
Come
Fine.
on back in.
We're just taking a victory lap. No big deal.
So, tell me about your dog you've got here. Your doggy. There you go. There you go.
You know, the dog is significant to all cultures. This one's most specifically Egyptian in nature. It was given to me by my good friend, Texas Red, aka Dr. Lawrence Johns. Now that he's availed himself in his Artfair Portland, getting an artifact like this passed down culturally is not only significant, but revelatory in so many different ways. Anubis as being the guide to the afterlife, the seer of the underworlds, and the transporter of souls, is certainly not only one of the top panoply in the Egyptian panoply of gods, but is certainly one of my favorites. We've made offerings to Anubis to assist me in my card playing. He hasn't done anything for me, and so I'm going to end the interview right now. Thank you. This, yeah.
Socrates had been condemned to death. But there was a provision in the Athenian constitution that said no condemned man could be executed as long as the ship that had gone to Crete with 7 male virgins and 7 female virgins. Until that ship returned, there would be no executions in Athens. The boat was gone 30 days. And during this 30 days, Socrates gave his last lessons to some of his best disciples. Aristippus was there. But Plato was not. He claimed sickness. Was he too sensitive? Was he even a good disciple? We'll never know. But we do know that there was a lighthouse in Siloam that could pass the flame and pass the news that the boat bringing the virgins back, safely back from Crete, had been sighted, and the executions could commence. Of course, Socrates was not worried. He had lived his life. He was 72 years old. Athens was all that he'd ever known, except for a couple of forays into the military. So now the news arrives. The lighthouse has lit the flame. Dessy Cardoza. It's taken a great deal of full and empty time to come to this place. Finish the poem. Your usual dark self. You've become an expert in mass exterminations. The Doomsday. I mean, it was well done, but I'm not in favor of it, and I don't think it's necessary for the future of Athenopolis. No. I think we have better solutions. Oh, what's that? Yeah, okay. So, So you did it. You used the trigger and created the Doomsday. Billions had died. Yeah, I see, yeah. There's no antidote for that plague. Radiation it'll be with us for quite a while. But the biggest concern is the volcanic eruptions and all the ash. Well, I won't ask why you did it. That's who you are. We go back a long way, and we will continue to contest. The poetry of the future. It seemed like you were always around. It seems like you were always around. You were there in the hate, and you were there in Cologne, and who knows where else you were. But I have a better solution. I don't think all of this was necessary. I really don't. I really don't. You're the one. You're the one in thrall of Second Will. You are the destroyer. But life wins out. The joyous will wins out. Dessy, you're a fabulous poet. But you have no honors, you have no morals. You think of it as a game of puppets, figurines on a chessboard. And your poem will not be the final word. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. And leaving Nico with me in the basket at my door in Harlem. I know what you were quoting. There's several traditions in which that happens, and you thought it would cramp my style. You would think it would truncate my vocabulary, perhaps, or stifle the meter of my work with practical concerns, but you were completely wrong, Dessy. You were completely wrong, because it made me stronger. Much, much stronger. And raising Nico enabled me to ideate those ideas which will carry the city forward and the XXXIX forward. Dessy, I don't know when we'll see each other again. It seems like you're always around, but with the superposition of time and space. Second will can never win out. It only serves a function. Dessy, you have served this function. It was not my idea, it was not my goal. But I will make it better. I will make it much better. Extremely hot in this place, and then suddenly it's cold. Through the dusty window I can see a sliver of the horizon, the bleak clouds, the occasional lightning. It took them a long time to find me. It took them longer to find my writings. This bullet is nothing. The infection, the armies of insanity are nothing. I don't know where this place is. But I know I want you to know. It's been a good race, and you were the best part of this race. Flesh of my mind, mind of my flesh. I love you. Peredur, my son, my pride and joy. Every philosophy, every science I brought to your attention. You overcame in stride. growing in style until the universe increased as your fingernails grew, as your hair grew, as your mind grew to envelop the next thought. It's extremely cold in here. And then suddenly it's hot. I don't know where this place is. They took too long to find me. They took too long to kill me. And so, my son, I have the last word, and this is the last word, and you are the one I love. You will carry on what I have started, Meritor. We will always be together.
So do you think we can do it? It's kind of confusing. It could be, I don't know, it's so confusing. I don't know if it's gonna.
Well, what strikes me is that he's very, very good, but maybe he's too good.
I think he could be too good.
I mean, he'd be hard to direct.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of attitude. I don't know if that's gonna.
I mean, hard to direct. I mean, I don't think we could get him to do, but
it could work. I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, he's the best we've seen.
He's the best. He's
best
clearly the best
so,
we've
I mean,
seen.
it's like,
What the fuck are you guys doing?
What?
You weren't gonna give this guy the role? He's perfect. What the fuck are you thinking?
But
no.
But,
what was you thinking?
He's good.
You thought the other guys were
too
good?
He's too good.
What did I even hire you guys
he's
for?
Got an attitude.
What are you talking about? Ah, come on, Arthur. Let's get out of here.
You might be back in future in handcuff, not know how to get out of handcuffing.
Yes, Carlos they call me the jackal. I come and I go. There's no capturing.
Guess what?
What?
Texas Red thinks I'm master again.
Unbelievable. You!
Mr. Green, I know.
It's Mr. Green.
I went into his gallery and I visited with him.
No.
And he is just transfixed.
You have pulled it off again.
I pulled it off?
In his hubris, he doesn't recognize his perhaps number one, most hated enemy.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Mr. Green.
Comes back to roost.
So,
Master?
about that prison. You need a lawyer?
Oh.
I know a good lawyer. Come on, let's go.
So you always been an avid, hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man.
So have you always been a avid record collector?
Debbie Harry. Of course, man. Of course, my days back at the band, you know.
Sure.
Songs of the Western Desert. What you been up to, Clemente? Hanging out?
Yeah, just hanging out, enjoying this art fair, you know.
Yeah, I know this guy, Texas Red.
Oh, yeah.
It's this guy I know. He used to do a show at this lounge, and it's pretty cool.
At Dante's, right?
Yeah, downtown. I haven't seen him in like a long time now.
Yeah, he's a mysterious character for sure.
You still selling your records on eBay? Or?
Yeah, all the time.
You got a big international network now, right?
Yeah, selling to the Chinese, the Koreans. However, with these tariffs, have put a hamper on my business, man.
Oh man, do you remember this one?
The wet spots?
Wet spots?
Oh yeah.
Dude, these guys freaking rocked, man. This is their from the '90s, but back in the '80s they were really cool. They were in Oakland. And,
in Oakland.
Yeah, they had
on the bad side of town, East Oakland.
Well, yeah, they were doing shows with East Bay Ray and Black Flag and all those SST bands and stuff, but you know.
The urinals too? Huh.
Well, they were just a two-piece.
Oh, I feel you.
And then here, they added, see the guy with the monkey mask?
Yeah.
Apparently he was so shy he didn't want to be on camera with his, you know.
Sure.
He had his stage fright was so bad he had to go on stage with his monkey mask all the time to hide his identity.
Reminds me of Danger Mouse.
This guy's a prick. I know.
Yeah.
Sticks rudiment. He's kind of an asshole.
You've met him before?
Yeah. Now this guy Pons, he's awesome. We actually did some shows in the late '90s when he got back together with Pons and the American Pips. They're pretty cool.
Are they still in the Bay Area?
Well, they started in the Bay Area, and then they did some stuff in Portland, and they settled up in Seattle. During the time of the Melvins and all that. This record's all right. I mean, it had some hits. Outcast was a big hit, and then they had Mystery Kind, My Dead Girlfriend. Oh, check this out. This is my old band, actually.
Yeah, the uniforms.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see your old stuff, you know?
Good to see you. Yeah, thank you.
You know what's so cool about this? Check this out. They were selling the record.
Okay.
The people who didn't have a turntable just had a CD player. They just threw a CD right here.
Ah, yeah, I was wondering about that.
And then when you pull the CD out, check it out. It's like artwork within the artwork. You see that?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. That way you can't separate the two.
You ever miss your old band days?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We had a great old time.
You guys still keep in contact?
Larry Johns?
What?
Hey, Larry, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you since the lounge days. Paul Plum.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean Ground Zero?
Yeah, on the lounge. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you going up to? You still playing?
Oh yeah. I still do stuff, mostly home stuff now, but your stuff's great.
I loved your one-man act.
Oh yeah, thanks.
You got the beat machine.
Yeah, the loop station.
You got the loop station. You got the Big Muff.
Big Muff, yeah.
The Big Muff.
Stuff like that.
What are you doing in Portland?
Well, I didn't know. I'd read the books and all. I didn't know. I realized you were a painter. This is amazing.
Well, when you get old, the paint leaks out of your fingers.
It's just amazing, really. It truly is.
Well,
It's
good to see you.
Yeah. You taking off?
We're just packing up. The end of the show.
I got a little studio up in the West Hills.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Don't you still play harmonica?
I do. Yeah. Once in a while. I mean, on a good.
Let me give you my card. If you ever, want to just come by and jam or something like that.
You could have a uniform reunion.
Yeah. I now that I think of it, somebody told me you got murdered in Baltimore.
Oh no, that was just a ruse, just to kind of get some privacies off.
Oh, was that it?
That was a fake, yeah.
You faked your own death?
Yeah, of course. I had to fake it.
Well, that's not something you can do every week.
Well,
Well, you did a good job of it. Thank you.
More poetry coming out, more painting.
Well,
you should come on by. I said, you play harmonica, I play drums.
I always thought we could work together.
Yeah,
I always had that feeling. I don't know. I think it's
Einstein.
I think it's those bracelets.
Oh yeah, it's something I found on the beach.
That's from Baltimore.
Yeah, or I think the Oregon coast, maybe Tillamook, but something like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt your.
Oh, well,
clear
yeah,
down.
we're just sort of packing out.
I gotta get myself.
Okay, hey, good to see you. We'll catch up.
Let's catch up. All right, you take care. All right. Hey, Clemente, man.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for everything, and
Yeah, for
we'll,
sure.
we'll hook up soon.
Definitely.
We're all here.
Wait,
Wait.
what's up? Wait.
There he is.
There he is. Go here.
Larry.
There he is.
Larry Johns. Artfair.
Lucky man.
Artfair Portland, 2019.
Hey,
2019, man.
Bam.
Bam. All right.
How are you?
Woo.
2019.
I signed up for the, I signed up to work in this pod specifically to, change all the vegetables and get everything, that I could get.
Don't you find it kind of strange, Jack, that, generations ago, we were the people that escaped from Athenopolis, that we were the people that resisted and went away, and then here we are? Doesn't that sound a little... things were supposed to get better, remember?
I think we're making them better. Look at the, have you aged at all? We're not aging. Our muscle tone and our bone tone, so obviously
Well, I had this sleep jacket. Do you have a sleep jacket?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, that works great. That works great, keeping me in great tone.
I haven't thought about, climbing trees. Well, except for the ones in my dreams, But those trees are...
You still have those dreams? You still have
Oh, yeah. But they're not real trees.
My dreams are kind of... I dream that I'm swimming. Those are my favorite dreams. I swim over to the point, and then I swim back, and I never get a cramp. It's great.
Is it in water, though?
Yeah.
Oh, real water?
In my dreams, yeah.
Oh. I like the new dreams I'm getting here. I've had these swimming dreams, but it's always been in sort of like a molasses, which is really nice. Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's like now every time I think about the swimming hole from the old times, it's like, oh, what's so great about that? It's the molasses dream that they gave me. That was a good chapter. I'm glad they gave me that chapter.
This operating system gives them a chance to go where they want to go.
Well, that's fortunate. I'm really glad to hear this news because it's hard in these dark days to figure out what to do. There's so much to be contra. There's so much to attack and criticize about how the will to power and the apparatus is acting. And so what we're trying to do is build up a city. We're trying to build up a city by augmenting people's singularities.
Mm-hmm.
But before we didn't have a system.
Right. The thing I found too about the system is it's quite flexible.
Oh, really?
It really is. People use the basics of it, and then they kind of, they tether it to their own needs, and they're able to work with it, and
there's certainly no dogma in it.
Right, exactly.
It's a matter of awareness and freedom. We're trying to become. It is a freeing mechanism.
Yeah, it really is.
Or can be.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot. It's just a matter of understanding the wills, which is, being your theory, it's difficult.
Okay.
But once you do understand it, it is a powerful tool.
Well, it's a philosophy, and I think in the sort of current culture, not that many people are either familiar or interested in philosophy. But philosophies are a way of life.
Sure.
And that's what we're talking about is how you can navigate through these very muddy and turbulent waters towards a goal. And that's part of the goal. Is freedom is the first step. And then we're all kind of sailors on the way to what I call Athenopolis. That is a city where people can have a real community that's not simply based on contacts and advantage and greed and so forth. One. I gotta go, Frank. Of course. Hey, Frank. It's TR. How you doing? Everything's cool? Just a good time? Oh, okay, good. I just had this thought. I thought I'd run with. Do you realize that this has never been done before? I mean, you were talking to me in the future, and I'm talking to you in the past, and yeah, that doesn't seem anomalous to you a little bit? Well, it's true, I guess. I mean, we're kind of, we're used to it by now. It's okay, right. Well, it's not that I've given you any, stock tips or horse, but they're completely wrong, all those scientists that said you can't change the past. Of course you can change the past. I do it all the time. And you can change the future. You do it all the time. I mean, you created Texas Red. I'm just really your fiction. I mean, the future is your fiction, so. I'm glad you started painting, though. What got you started? Banksy. Oh, his 13 show, of course, in New York City. That was such, wow. Well, that was, that's a long time ago. Well, I just wanted to, that's fine. It's just kind of a compliment. I mean, we figured out how to do this. We defeated death. We defeated a lot of things. And we're still working on the future, on a certain hybrid sort of Octavian sort of thing. Yeah. It's all a matter of will. We get it done. It's first will, third will. We got it. Yeah. We got it. It's just amazing these little windows that we can look back and recognize ourselves and keep the ball rolling. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Frank. Yeah. Be well. Yeah. Soon. Yeah. Right. Got. Okay. Bye. Self-Hate. It's called Looking for the Perfect Rock. Owsley's purple dome rushes hot. Somewhere chill near Bonnie Doon, where the magnetic hum of Darby's Ridge brings the vortex history of Earth streaming to a tripper's eyes. And the search for the perfect rock starts with the one in your hand. Sammy examines by lemon morning light, drawn to the clear profiles of horned Alexander and laughing Einstein in the lichen. They carry the deeper memory of heavy metal birth in a star's demise, and the betrayal of time by sweet running distance. He sees volcanoes spew uncertainty, and continents lose their roots. But right where it starts to make sense, with the flash of human will, a legion of purple paisley acid worms invades the frame of reference, exploding into Archrom's Amazons, all monster thighs, butts, hairy legs, and stormtrooper boots. So with a thick question mark hanging in a bubble of panic, Sammy finds himself running the trail, looking for more perfect rocks, dropping each shiny screamer into the cargo pockets of his parka. He's taking a breather under a black oak when the notion arrives to spread them out, give them some air, let's take a look. 10, 15, 18 pieces, sitting in seductive horseshoe, like the girls at Mustang Ranch. Surely the perfect rock is here. The world is poised to reveal itself today. A blue jay swoops down, 100, 1,000 blue jays, connecting each tree to a lucky synapse. High in the billowing clouds, he sees the smoky trains of consciousness slow and stop in a silent whistle of attention. Every motion frozen by the intuition that says being can't really move at all. But he feels the intense desire of each rock to go home. So shouting out constellations like stations, he starts throwing his collection up through the Douglas firs, across the accumulator banks of dark matter, and back to the swirl of first galaxies. He's saying his long goodbye to the Goethe granite when the first lava shudder shakes his spine. Looking closer, it's late afternoon. It's time to find the Ford van. Time to crank the starter, finger his black mustache, then ease down the road to the Full Rack Saloon and his usual double shot of wild turkey that signals the end of the trip. He's trying to coax toast out of the heater, trying to decipher the howl of bald tires, thinking Billy turns cartoons into poems, like Warhol kicks a given image, and acid makes music of a mountain road. Time to hit the gravel parking lot, stumble into the Full Rack, introduce his come down to the crowd. At the mahogany bar, he's pulling out a Jackson when the sound of one rock hitting the floor stops the roaring biker buzz. Every eye is upon him as he picks up and drops it into the glass. He's thirsty, Sammy explains, as the chunk of quartz rattles and drains the bourbon. Spent the day up on Darby's Ridge, looking for a perfect mind. But now nobody cares, so he can order another drink and warm to the idea that when you really find something, it always finds you first. I will be joining you in the same direction. Again, I will just say something. I'll just give you a few seconds to catch your breath, relax a second, then I'll say, here we go. I'll ring the bell, and then nothing will happen until the ring the bell again. Okay? Is the crew ready? We're ready? Okay. Here we go.